And we are back here on Open. And listen, let me tell you, Never Be Caged. It's a movement, a coalition campaign founded by Bronx grassroots organizers, criminal justice reform, and youth development activists. And they're calling on the community to engage in their movement. Joining us now to tell us more are the presidents and founders of Never Be Caged, William M. Evans and Darnie K. Bourne Rivers, and executive director and founder of Never Be Caged, Shaniqua M. Charles. And we thank you all for coming and joining with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Good to have you. So when we talk about Never Be Caged, obviously some work in the area of mass incarceration, advocacy, but talk to us about why you guys decided to come together.
So Never Be Caged is truly special because although the three of us have individual organizations that are on the ground doing the groundwork and keeping communities safe and together, Never Be Caged focuses on helping to end mass incarceration through investment in the youth and what it looks like to make sure a child has everything necessary from birth until their teenage years to never be caged in the first place.
So we talk about programs and things. How are kids engaged?
Well, kids are engaged through the various things that we're implementing. And to be more specific, just our discussion with them on an everyday basis about the things that's impacting them in their own communities and ways that they can act to play a part in this movement.
And conversation really makes a difference, you feel?
Absolutely, absolutely. Not only the conversation, but for young people to see their folks in community who look like them, live in the same neighborhood as them, have gone through the same things that they're going through, and be able to build and bond in those arenas truly does help them get from one stage to the next stage.
And you guys got 3 different organizations, but you're also working collectively as one, and
Yes.
you're having a huge launch.
Yes, we have a huge launch. It's going down tomorrow, April 11th at the National Black Theater in Harlem. That's on 5th Avenue between 125th Street and 126th Street. That's going to be our launching and fundraisers. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, right now, you know, we're trying to generate money so that we can do what we got to do and help the community. Because the gangs got money to guide the kids in certain directions. You know, the drug dealers got money to guide the kids in certain directions. So if you believe in the grassroots organization, then we need help so that we can guide the kids in the right direction also.
And you also are honoring public advocate Jamani Williams.
Yes, we're also doing that. He's doing great work.
Yeah, a lot of advocacy going on. And that seems to be the mission for all of you, the advocacy that's going on. When you talk about what's going on right now in New York State and across the nation, I mean, you talk about mass incarceration, you're talking about, I just had the conversation about decriminalization for marijuana, you got other things like that. Talk about meeting with community leaders, elected officials, and really what that conversation piece has been like in these areas.
So that's a really important question, and it's a really important action to be involved in, particularly if you are trying to make long-lasting change that's going to impact generations that we haven't met yet, right? So taking grassroots efforts and marrying the activism with legislation to understand that builds a tighter platform to be able to elevate our youth out of the throes of mass incarceration, out of the throes of failing educational system, you know, out of the throes of medical institutions that are not really designed to heal people in the community. So knocking at your legislators' doors, folks kind of get caught up sometimes like, well, the president, I voted for the president and look at us. But that's not the person who is in charge of Golden Avenue. President don't know nothing about Golden Avenue or Decatur Avenue or Fordham Road. These are the local folks, your council person, your assembly person, your senators, and these are the people that we're in conversations with daily to make sure that legislation, we just had a huge win in bail and eliminating cash bail, you know, for New Yorkers because people were being criminalized for being poor, right? So that's what it looks like to take grassroots efforts and marry legislation, and that's really, you know, the precipice of Never Be Caged and why it's so special because we're focusing on making sure that all of the groundwork gets tied into the political space and what that could mean for community.
That's got to be a good feeling for 3 of you guys to be able to just come together and really work and partner on the same platform, because many times you got so many people and they work in competition with one another. But you guys now have the opportunity to collaborate.
It's also we're setting a new platform, you know, that people could get together in organizations. It's not about everybody trying to hound one fund that's not really helping too much, because you got one person that only can provide one thing to the community when you can get different organizations like us, 3 different organizations that got together, and we got more strength and more able to network to more people to build stronger.
Very
ties
quickly,
in the
how would you
community.
describe your organization?
Well, my organization are focused on grabbing guys from off the corner that's hustling or that been a part of gun violence, that been a part of the destruction of their community, showing them how they could utilize their energy in a whole different way as a leader.
And then yours?
And Miss Abby's Kids focuses on building a stronger, healthier, more sustainable Bronx child through real-world teachings and making sure that the things that are not a part of the standard educational system and health systems are given to children in the community, learning things like economics, civic engagement, how to organize in your community, so on, and how to keep your body healthy so that you can do all of those different things.
And mine, I promote public safety through mental health awareness and parenthood classes. And we also got an anti-violence unit because, in a lot of community, a lot of people they either fail to or they don't want to face the mental health issues that we have. And a lot of crimes and a lot of things do circle and come from people that are dealing with mental health issues. So we try to break that stigma and come to the community and let people know that we do understand.
And you put that all together, you got Never Be Caged.
Absolutely.
There you go. So April 11th is going to be the day. Tomorrow, I want to let you know tomorrow, and they'll be taking place tomorrow, that grand launch, and it's going to be at the National Black Theater, 2031 Fifth Avenue, where you can come and find out more about Never Be Caged. Now, for more information, they do have a website as well. Visit neverbecaged.org, and you get the last word. Who gets the last word? You get the last word? Who's going to get the last word?
We give it to the queen.
Give it to the queen. There it is. Ladies first and ladies last.
Thank you so much. In closing, what we would just really like to impress upon the people is that for years we've been allocating funds to really huge organizations that are not necessarily on the ground. What we have here is a very unique opportunity to start pouring resources and funding into people who are on the ground every single day, sun up to sundown, and everything in between. So if you cannot make it out tomorrow, you can still contribute, you can still participate. Folks can still go right to that website and hit the donate button and say, we believe in saving our children, and we know that we can partner with you all to do it.
All right, great work that you're doing. Keep your boots on the ground.
Thank you.
Never be caged. All right, as we said, tomorrow's April 11th, 6 p.m., National Black Theater in Harlem, 2031 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York. And if you don't know, that's right there by 125th Street. All right, we'll be back with more Open. Stay with us. We'll come right back right after this.